lunatic at this. And that's how the aliens built the pyramids. It's all connected, people. Yeah, get him! What the? Ugh, install driver now?
Lock of the week always lands.
Good legends! How are we, boys? How is everyone? Good to see you all. How is everybody? G'day, Jock. I'm very low. Very low in my chair. Hang on a second, boys. What's going on here, mate? What bloody hell's happening here? Did I bump me webcam? It's probably while I was standing up during the stream on Saturday. Doesn't matter. How is everyone? G'day. How are you, Jockathan? What's up, Chino? The other Justin Kennedy. Good to see you. How are you, Mr. C? Good to see you, mate. I hope that you are well. How are you, brother? I'm doing great, Jock. I'm doing great. How are you, man? What's up, Mitz Madinga? Doing Adlai. Nice and early one, mate. A little insurance job. Finished my insurance job. You know, just a little patch in a bathroom. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. You know. Lazy streamer. One of the hardest working streamers out there. How are you, James Winston's advocate? I hope James Winston is going well. Please pass on James Winston my dearest regards. You're early? I am early today. It all depends on when I finish work, boys. And I finished work a little bit earlier today. So isn't that a great bounce for all of us? How are you, Darklight? How are you, Noob Cake? The Dark Light is upon you. Not featuring Dougie's cousins. Not featuring my cousins. Not featuring my cousins at all. How are you, MMA Master? Good to see you, mate. There hasn't been enough Dougie cousin talk in the streams lately. That does need to change. I think it's been quite refreshing not talking about my cousins. I think that's been great. I went 11-1 this week. Damn you, MMA Master. You did better than I. Damn you, mate. Fighters Club says, wait, Dougie's gay? What? Where are you getting this from, Fighters Club?
Why are you gay? You are gay.
You love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. What are you talking about, Fighters Club? How are you, man? Good to see you. I just arrived home from a hall party and saw that you were live. Had an amazing dinner. What's a hall party, Mitch? Please, educate me. I had Murphy winning 50-44. Fair enough, Johnny. That's not the right scorecard, but fair enough. I thought Evloev won every single round. Round 4 was a 9-9. Murphy is a cock. Okay, a cock, whatever. It's all the same thing. Yeah, I mean, when I watched it live, I was with you guys. I thought Murphy won every single round. When I watched it with you guys, I thought Evloev had won every single round. Yeah, I did. I thought Evloev had won every single round. I went back and I watched the first 2 rounds last night. I'm happy giving the first 2 rounds to Leroy Murphy. At best, it's a draw. At best, it's a draw. I've got the fight here, so we are going to go over the top 10 picks. The top 10 pickers of yesterday. We're going to laugh at whoever had the worst picks yesterday as well. We're going to congratulate whoever had the best picks yesterday. Bang Eats Chowder has fixed the website, which is amazing. He also fixed the reveal page on the website, which is working as well. So we have a fun little animation to reveal the top 10. How are you, Cheddarhead? Good to see you, mate. What's up, Badge? Good to see you. So yeah, we're going to go through the top 10. We might watch back the first 2 rounds. We might rescore the first 2 rounds. We can once again talk about the scoring criteria in MMA as it pertains to round 3 and the cut on Lerone Murphy. Yeah, it's going to be a good stream today, guys. It's going to be a good stream, so please like the stream. That would be very good. If you could like the stream, that would be great. And I hope everyone's good. I hope everyone's all geared up and stacking away cans of petrol under their tables, under their staircases. You Americans might not be affected like this, like the Oceania countries are, but all of Asia's oil, and Australia is part of Asia, all of Asia's oil comes directly out of the Strait of Hormuz, and we have hit $3 a litre for diesel, which is very bad for all of us. Food is about to get very bloody expensive. But anyway, MMA is our escape. Let's get into it. What's up, Trip? Good to see you, man. I hope that you are well, dude. I'll pass on your greetings. James is a homosexual prize fighter who will be grateful for your support. Well, you know, Dan Hooker's a homosexual prize fighter, and Dan Hooker has Dougie's Corner full-fledged support. So just because you're a homosexual doesn't mean you don't get Dougie's Corner support. We just don't like John Jones because he beats his wife. Him being gay is just a side hustle for him. I mean, that straight men. I mean, what straight men wear V-necks? I think most of them wear V-necks, mate. Imagine lying about picking Patterson for an entire week. Dude, wouldn't be me. Wouldn't be me. I wouldn't lie about such a thing. Why would I say that Patterson is going to win all week and then quickly switch it up last minute on the stream? No one who would do such an insanely psychopathic thing. Psychopathic thing, really. Only 2 more weeks until Chris Duncan gets a grievously bodily harm charge after his fight with Moicano. Very excited for the Chris Duncan fight. Very, very bloody excited. Also, chat. Only 500 subscribers to go until we hit 5k. If you want to wear any Dougie's Corner merchandise that has the little Dougie's Corner I was here before 5k logo, this is your time. I don't know when it's going to end, but it is going to end, and then all of that merchandise, the black and white stuff, any of the black and white merchandise in the Dougie's Corner store, that is going to be deleted once we hit 5,000 subscribers. So I think this week as well, we need to start organizing the box. The box that is going to go to someone when we hit 5k subs. I am going to mail one of you a package. Anyway, 'twas a close fight. 'Twas quite a close fight, Badge. 'Twas indeed, sir. Does Connor fight the cuck? Which one's the cuck? Which one's the cuck, MMA Master? Which one? Ian Gary? I don't think Connor's going to fight Ian Gary. How are you, loyalty business? Good to see you, man. I hope that you are well. You ended up scoring rounds 1 and 2 for Lerone Murphy. Bruh, I did end up scoring rounds 1 and 2 for Lerone Murphy, bruh, on my rewatch. I did. How you been, Cheddarhead? What's good, man? I hope you are well. I don't know if it's just me, but your microphone seems to be very loud. Don't fucking start, Noob Cook. I'll fucking ban you too. The microphone is what the microphone is. Petrol in Australia is only double the price it was a month ago. What's the problem? Oh no, it's only everything's only going to start costing double. What's the problem? I'm going to have a very painful talk with my builders, but they know it's coming. They're going to have the same talk with their clients. Dude, imagine not picking MVP. Dude, imagine thinking that you should pick MVP. I like you, Doug. You're all right. Thanks, James Winston's advocate. I like James Winston too. I hope that through you soliciting the conversation between me and James Winston, we can grow a fun relationship as a streamer and an audience member. Yair Rodriguez would beat the shit out of Lerone Murphy so badly. That shit was hella brutal. Yeah, it wasn't a very good fight. It wasn't a very good fight at all. I don't think the Duncan hoodie has the pre-5k mark in it. I'm pretty sure it does. Let me check the Chris Duncan hoodie design right here for you right now, my friend. I am almost certain that it does. Chris the Problem Duncan. Yep, right there. Dougie's Corner pre-5k logo right at the bottom. This is the same file that I used for the hoodie. So if you go grab your hoodie, right on the left-hand side underneath Chris Duncan's left-hand fist, well, as you're looking at it, left-hand fist, his right-hand fist, you should see the Dougie's Corner pre-5k logo. Damn me, maybe I'm just blind. Yeah, you're all good, brother. You're all good. It is small. It is a small. So these are the designs. These black and white designs have got the Dougie's Corner pre-5k logo on them. This one, the ZMF belt, doesn't have the pre-5k logo on it. These ones are specifically designed to all look the same, to have that pre-5k merchandise sort of look on there. Where am I up to? Rock hard Dougie pillowcase in the box. A rock hard Dougie pillowcase in the box. Oh. I don't know if I can chuck one of my pillowcases in there because I got to order it and then get it and then send it. It might take too long. We might just leave the pillowcase up. I twisted my ankle at tennis. This is why, Noob Cake, you should just be in the kitchen or in the bedroom breeding. This is why. Women shouldn't be out doing things. You hurt yourselves, all right? You're uncoordinated creatures, okay? You can barely figure your way around a laundry in a kitchen, okay? Yeah, he hasn't beaten the fuck out of anyone since, well, ever. It's true. Very true. Maybe I'm just blind. Maybe, brother. Maybe. What it do, Dougie's Micro? How are you, Nacho? Good to see you, man. I hope you're well, brother. Do you like my profile picture? I made it myself. It's Marshall Exon from a show of How I Met Your Mother. I do like the show How I Met Your Mother. It's peak millennial humor, mate. Peak millennial slop. I do like How I Met Your Mother. I finally watched Mason Jones versus Axel Souza and it was fucking great. I laughed out loud when Axel Souza spiked Mason Jones on the head. Saved the card. Saved the fucking card, that fight did. Saved the goddamn card. Thank God that fight was on that card. Otherwise, UFC London would have been a bitter, bitter embarrassment. Aaron Pico would have had a better fight against Movsar Evloev. Probably, although Murphy didn't do great. Thoughts on Dan Hardy's entire career? Couple of highs, couple of lows. Fading into irrelevancy. What a dude, Dougie's Corner Crew. The main event was definitely a draw, bro. I agree, by the way, Nacho. I agree. So I'll be very honest, you weren't here for the live stream. I said it in the fight recap, so I don't need to go over it too much again. But yeah, I glazed over after the first 2.5 minutes, and I realized we were in for yet another sparring match. If you go back and watch the live stream, during all of round 2, I essentially just sat there like this. Like just quietly staring into the screen while the chat box was just flowing. I completely zoned out. So in that state, it did look like Movsar Evloev was the one that was pushing forward, like he was the one leading the dance. But when I went back and watched it, you know, just without the chat there, and I could just watch it on the TV screen, I think I counted like 3 strikes to Movsar Evloev in the second round. It was crazy, man. Tennis destroys the knees. It does. Yair beat up BJ Penn. It's BJ Penn, brother. Dougie's hairline bloody robbed him. I got a great hairline, Wixon. Great hairline. Why are you out of the cage, mate? Oh my god, I've still got bits of ceiling in there. I need to have a shower. I'm disgusting. What happened with the mic? I feel like I missed something. The people in the chat were like, your microphone's broken. Then I spent time fixing it and made it worse. And then I set it to the exact same settings it was originally at. And they were like, oh, it sounds great now. I'm like, this is exactly where I fucking had it. We just wasted 5 minutes of the stream. I'm going to fucking kill everybody. Let's just say I won't be doing tennis for a while. Well, that's good, Noob Cake. You should be baking. Not gonna lie, Evloev doesn't deserve the hate. He's humble as fuck, and he's not really a boring person to watch. Now, I did say this, you know, before this fight. Like, I've said this a couple of times. Like, for a few months now, for about a year, I've been saying this. Movsar Evloev is not the uncrowned champ. He's definitely the number 1 contender. But he's not as boring as everyone makes him out to be. His last 3, and now his last 4 fights, have been rather exciting and controversial and have something to talk about. Fuck yeah, a bit of daytime. Dougie, what's up, Moody Wizard? How are you, man? Mason Jones had a very Duncan-esque performance. He did have a very Duncan-esque performance, Jock. He did. It was really, really good, man. Chris Duncan, Quaylen Salkilled, Mason Jones, BSD. The lightweight division is going to be fine for the next 10 years. Thank God these men exist. That fight was the most confusing fight to score and watch. Also boring, but I thought a draw, maybe Murphy, but I still don't know. Shit was so confused. Yeah, well, we're going to watch it again. We're going to do the top 10 picks after everyone's had their little say. I feel like it's going to be a pretty quiet stream today. You know, it's Sunday in America. People are a bit MMA'd out the day after a big card. So we're going to do the top 10 picks. We'll reveal the top 10 best pickers. We'll laugh at the worst of them. And then we'll bring up the first 10 minutes of the fight and we'll score it together. It was a really bad fight. Yeah, it was boring. Which is weird, right? Because it was mostly on the feet. But all the fights yesterday, Nacho, I don't know how many of the fights you went back and watched. All the fights yesterday had this very sparring match feel to them. Like, none of them really seemed to get the fight to go into second gear. They all just seemed to be sparring matches. I thought you were just doing your fentanyl lean during that fight. Fentanyl would have been more exciting than that fight. The plugs are looking fire. Eat a dick. They're not hair plugs. I have great hairline for my age. The Brit Fighters showed that they're getting taken over. Yeah. British MMA got for all of British MMA got fraud checked yesterday. Like all of British MMA. I watched the highlights of the main event and I think the Evloev guy won. Well, Noob Cake, unfortunately you can't just watch the highlights. That's not the way scoring MMA works. You got to be locked in, buddy. Locked in and watching every single second. He crashed out and banned Cheeto because I thought the mic sounded different. I didn't just ban Cheeto for no reason. It was after I fixed the microphone. I said the next person to say anything about the microphone is getting fucking banned. And Cheeto decided to test me, so I banned him. And then I got into a better mood and I unbanned him. But fucking push me again, cunts, and I swear to God, I'll chop off someone's head. Sometimes, you know, the dictator just feels like you just got to start chopping heads off, just for no reason. Just to fucking send a message that it's not all fun and games. It's not all fun and games. And maybe every now and then someone's just going to get nuked for no fucking reason. Maybe I just go and put fucking 20 bannings out on the street right now. Just fucking ban some people just for fun. Stop talking about the fucking microphone. Or I might just open up a Russian roulette wheel, put all your names in there, and whoever it lands on is fucking banned, okay? Not today, I'm in a good mood. North Korea's corner. I unbanned Cheeto. I unbanned him once I got into a better mood. It was just annoying to me. It was annoying to me. What am I up to? Do you like my in-depth analysis? Very good in-depth analysis, Noob Cake. Very good. I watched a highlight reel. The Russian guy won. That's hilarious. This is exactly where I had the mic settings originally. It's not hilarious. It's fucking annoying because we have the same conversation about the microphone every 3 fucking months. Things just been going downhill for me since the Holloway versus Ilya fight. I blame him and Oliveira for all of this. Chino, you're back on the page. You're welcome to back into the Dougie's Corner community. It was only a light banning. Where the fuck is Sean Woodson? Where the fuck is Ethan Ewan? I think Ethan Ewan is on an upcoming card. I think I saw his name on a Tapology page for an upcoming card not too long ago. I'm pretty sure Ethan Ewan is booked. Sean Woodson? No idea. I haven't got a chance to see the Jones fight yet. Was my salsa pick decent? Yeah, it was a good fight. It was a good back and forth fight. Yeah, Jones wobbled, but Jones always gets wobbled. No, it was a decent pick, Nacho. Could have gone either way. Like, not as in the scoring. The scoring definitely went to go to Mason Jones, but it was a gritty fight, and any shot could have landed on any one of them and killed either of them. Just neither of them refused to become unconscious. So, no, it was a good fight, Nacho. It was a good fight, man. I only got a chance to watch 3 or 4 of them. That's probably enough, brother. Like the opening girls fight, the Mason Jones fight, the Ebo fight, the Lone Kavanagh fight, just to see Lone Kavanagh's progression as a prospect. And that's really all you need, brother. That's really all you need. Yeah, the Shem shit fight was boring sparring match. He is way overhyped. Yeah, there was just so many sparring matches on yesterday's card, dude. Crazy, man. How are you, Alex? Good to see you, man. 97% of the time, a promotion books 2 training partners to fight. It becomes a sparring match. MVP versus Patterson was a terrible idea from the get-go. Maybe Patterson was the only one willing to take on MVP. I don't blame fighters for not wanting to take on MVP. It's annoying to fight him. I gave it the worst Evloev fight a draw and a joke about UFC fighters being forced to stand. But this one, Mobzar literally had to second guess, which I can't shoot a takedown in certain moments. It is a joke. Yeah, the UFC is, like I've said before, about 70% rigged. I am convinced that Hunter Campbell in the UFC didn't say no takedowns. They made it very clear. You need to have a fun fight if you want a title shot, which Movsar Evloev took to mean no takedowns. Like, they made it very clear. North Korea's corner. All right. Remember when 2 training partners fought in the PFL and they both got the boot? Well, these 2 should get the boot. Everyone should get the boot on yesterday's card. Don't say the microphone word. Woke up and started missing Caitlin Wixon. I don't know what you're talking about. Why don't you ban Noob Cake for mentioning it earlier? Simping for Noob Cake. You guys have mentioned it already in the chat. We're moving on from it. MVP's favorite childhood game is tag. Yeah, fucking oath it is. It's 40-40 or something. Mengel's corner. Do you think Sean Woodson is literally bullied out of the sport after all the jokes about his looks? No. Maybe. Possibly. Maybe one of his children let off a mortine bomb in the house and accidentally killed him. Who knows? Every 3 months is a tradition you should embrace. No, I hate it. It's annoying. Long distance striking reminds me of the rich uptight pedals competition. Peoples? Not pedos. Peoples competition. Where the rules are let's try and keep pretty clean, dull, and boring. Yeah, it's like fencing. Like, that's what he does. Like, MVP is the fencing of strikers. He does fencing. In, out, just tap and point. Tap. And the audacity of MVP to say it's because Peterson didn't want to fight. The fucking audacity of MVP. The sheer, it's always them with the fucking entitlement and the zero self-awareness. It's always them. Always. How are you, Ricky? Good to see you, man. The audience, guys. They're just eating cheese and wine. Cheese and wine. I saw Curtis Campbell get embarrassed. Yes, he did. Bruce Wayne didn't make his picks, and Bilal only got 8 correct. Are they going? Where were they going off on the stream? Bruce Wayne didn't make his picks. I didn't know Bruce didn't make his picks. Bilal got rather quiet during the stream. I actually had to check in on Bilal. I was like, during the main event, or just before the main event, I was like, Bilal, you still here, brother? You watching this card? He was like, yep, I'm still here. I was like, picks aren't going good, are they, buddy? No, it's not going well for you, is it? He's like, nope. I'm like, I see. So yeah, Bilal went dead silent during the stream. Dead silent. Dougie, how funny do you find it when MVP was complaining about Conor Ben's 15-minute fight before his Sam fight? It's just... MVP is just one of these people that you just want to hit. You just want to hit him. Do you not know Caitlin Chikagian? No idea who that is, Wixon. Sean Woodson versus Raul Rosas Jr. I like that fight. MVP is a good pick for a boring fight. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. I'm not usually a fan of the MVP as boring narrative, but this is inexcusable. Yeah, Justin Kennedy also didn't pick the whole card. Oh my god, we've had some people really dropped out of the rankings. This is going to change the rankings up. I'm enjoying this. This is going to be good. Yeah, no, I know, like, for instance, Nacho is a fan of clean kickboxing. Like, Nacho liked Israel Adesanya and Lerone Murphy. Like, Nacho likes clean kickboxing, but even for, like, an Israel Adesanya, Lerone Murphy, sort of a clean kickboxing performance, MVP yesterday was just inexcusable. We're really talking like Izzy versus Yoel Romero, Ngannou versus Derek Lewis, Rose Namajunas versus Esparza, 2 levels of just, this is peak dog shit. Does MVP mean most valuable player? It does. It does indeed, yes. The best part of the MVP fight was how he was pretending to pick fluff of his chest when they were announcing the winner. I know, like it was it was just so easy for me, mate. Yeah, MVP, it was easy, brother. You landed a jab and then ran away. Put a poll up for the microphone rage bait versus Dougie Corner Talk. Which one has to go forever? We can't get rid of them, mate. They're both cornerstones of the channel. The top 10 is stacked at the moment. It's crazy high percent. We are such good pickers on this chat. We are such good pick, mate. MMA Che, you might sit there for hours talking about inside foot position, but this channel, the Dougie's Corner channel, just know how to pick fights, boys. We're fucking good at picking fights, I tell you what. Put a poll up for them. I've read that one. Doba versus MVP needs to happen. Finally, MVP will be slept. More volume, please. Is MVP... Oh, right. Caitlin Chikagian Supremacy. I don't know who that is. Oh, that's a woman in the UFC. That's a woman in the UFC. Caitlin Chikagian. I know the name. I know the name. I'm recognizing the name. That's a woman in the UFC. Caitlin Chikagian Supremacy. She's a woman in the UFC. I know this name. I know this name. Caitlin no, that ain't her. No, that's Caitlin Camariana. Caitlin Camariana, also known as Chikagian. Alright, so she got married to someone, I'm guessing. She lost to Macy Barber in 2024. Why are we talking about Caitlin Chikagian? She hasn't fought since 2024. And she lost to Manon Fiorot. Yes, I know her. She's another 50-50 fighter in the UFC. What is going on? I don't know what is going on. I've spent too much time worrying about it. MVP is primed to be thrown against monster grapplers. Put him against Oral Blight. Yeah, let's just lay and pray on MVP. Fuck him. Honestly, fuck him. Let's just find someone to lay and pray on him. Hi, Eric. Good to see you, man. The top 10 minimum is currently 65%. I've still got a long way to go with 61%. Yeah, it's all killers at the top, like Nacho said. We're some of the best in the game. You can go to that picks tracker on YouTube. We are some of the best in the game on this channel. All women's card would to throw off the pick. That would throw off the picks. Very true. My casual idiot cousin kept saying MVP by finish. He was making a bet on it, but bro's never seen an MVP fight. Only the Shara one, and I warned him, but he told me to shut the fuck up. Well, your bro lost his money, so fuck him. He deserves to lose his money. I didn't mind the last round, to be honest, but the first was shit. I told everyone Patterson would be shitting himself in the feet, and he looked like the prime frozen one. Barlow's revenge is completed. Danny Barlow called his boy MVP up at the O block and said, finish him. And MVP went, no worries, I will finish him by dancing around the outside. Like the stream, please, guys. Like the stream. There's 20 people in here. I want to see 20 likes. Please, guys, please. Thank you, Eric. In fairness, MVP is some of the greatest finishes against cans. Yeah, I know, but we're in the UFC now. There are no more cans. Well, Tricoli. They're not putting him against cans. The only bet I had that hit was MVP and Mobzar by decision. I should have put more than $20 on it. Hey, at least you won some money, Nacho. That chewing is so ridiculously loud. Oh, I'm sorry, Jock. I'll just try and suck on my minty fresh gum. When will you visit England? I don't know, 2027 maybe? That'd be nice. How retarded am I to think that Grasso versus Barber is going to be a war? Pretty fucking retarded, mate. Grown man begging for 20 likes, by the way. Yes, you've put the word grown man in front of something. It instantly becomes an insult. MVP should have done the moonwalk during the fight. I mean, why not? That would have been more entertaining than what he did. How are you, Paul? Good to see you, mate. It's a little muggy today in Melbourne, isn't it, chat? I'm going to grab my fan, and then we're going to jump over to the top 10. Where's what? Whoa, hang on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Why? Whoa. Why? Why isn't the top 10 popping up? There it is. Why? Why you no have wife? Whoa. Why no wife? Reset transformation. Boom, the Dougie's Corner crew. Top 10. Oh, we got a fun little animation. Let me just turn my fan on, chat. Ah, that's better. That's better. That's a refreshing breeze on me. That's a nice refreshing breeze on me, chat. Oh, that's so good. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Quite nice. MVP has had one of the biggest aura losses since joining the UFC. Yeah, he really has. Like, he was this unknown commodity outside of the UFC, just destroying cans. And then once he joined mainstream MMA inside of the UFC, he's fought 4 times, and now no one wants to see him fight. And he's cope dancing on his own Instagram. Please, MVP, take your couple of contracts, take your couple of fights that you have left on your contract, and leave us alone. Go and fight for Jake Paul as a prelim opener. Just leave us at the UFC alone, MVP. Please stop torturing us. Michael Chandler versus Michael Venom Page. Yeah. Austin Lane versus Tuffer would be a legendary fight. Oh my God. I mean, it could be a double knockout. They could both lose at the same time. How are you, Justin Kennedy? Good to see you, mate. Mackenzie and Zhang are going to have an absolute bloody war. No, they're not. Zhang is going to lie on her and destroy her. Grown man who points loaded guns at his own hand, saying, grown man who points a loaded gun at his own head, by the way, saying grown man. I've never pointed a loaded gun at my own head, Job, but thank you. Paul Acosta impression? Yeah, it was a Paul Acosta. Oh my God, Good Noodle MMA. Thank you so much for the $10, man. I really appreciate that, dude.
At Good Noodle Emma tipped $10 through Super Chat. Would you want to do a prediction video for this week's fights? Gonna be 2 hours from me. I was gonna go but had some other shit to take care of. If not this week, I'd love to shoot the shit with you in a vid.
I might. And Cheddar, thank you so much for the $15 donation. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, Good Noodle, for the $10. Thank you, Cheddar. Oh my God, I need to turn this off. This is going to keep bouncing. Thank you, Cheddar, so much for the $15. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you, Cheddar. Thank you, Good Noodle. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Good Noodle. Dearest Good Noodle, sir. Good Noodle of Good Noodle. I might have this Friday off work, so I might be free to shoot a prediction video together. I will hit you up on Instagram. I need to just hear back from one of my builders. Thank you also, Moody Wizard, for the $5, man. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, Moody Wizard, for the $5. I appreciate that so much, dude. Thank you, guys. Thank you all for the donations. I appreciate it. Yeah, Good Noodle. I'll get in touch with you on Instagram later this week. Or just depends what my builder says. Thanks, guys. I appreciate the donations. Thank you, guys. MVP has had one of the bit. We've done that one. Why are you gay? Valentina, we've done that one. MVP doesn't deserve to be named after an archangel. No, he doesn't, Cayman. You're absolutely right. Archangel Michael. Grown man who makes AI videos of grown men kissing each other and what? Grown man who makes an AI video of grown men kissing each other and his name on dark shack full of I don't even know what you're saying, Chino. Thank you guys so much. Connor is stacked. Connor is on steroids. This is true. All aboard the dono train, boys. Keep the donos coming. I wasn't talking about you. You guys are having a little war against each other. There we go. Thanks, Cheesehead. Oh my God, Good Noodle. Thank you for the $5, man. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you, dude. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate that, bro.
Super chat. For sure, bro. Is Friday for you, Thursday for me? If so, that's perfect. I have Thursdays off.
Thank you, Good Noodle, for another $5, man. I appreciate you. Yes, Friday for me will be Thursday for you. Like I said, I'll just hear back from one of my builders just to lock down the end of the week, and we'll go from there, man. Thank you again for another $5, Good Noodle. I appreciate that, man. Thank you guys for the dono train. Let's get into it. Let's get into the top 10. Dougie's Corner top 10 for this week. After fight night, Evloev versus Murphy, top 10 of all time qualified rankings. Some people did drop out of the qualifications this week. Those poor brothers. Safe brother, cheers for another shot, then going to sleep. All right, Good Noodle, all good. MVP is so boring. He went to a decision in the BKFC, and it's fucking hard to go to a decision in the BKFC. Dougie, we're redoing the garden in my parents' house. Know any leads for that? What? In Australia, any landscapers? Nah, brother, I'm all inside trades work. I'm sorry, mate. You didn't give the card a recap. Oh, I didn't give the card a rating on my recap. I would have given it a 5.5 out of 10. Yeah. One of these builders, just say your minorities. No, it's a build. I'm waiting for one of the builders to get back to me about whether or not the job's going to be ready to go. And that way I know if I'm going to have 3 days at the end of the week or 2 days at the end of the week. I'm just figuring out my week, mate. I work for myself. Yeah, no, try to give it a 5.5 or a 6. It wasn't a very good card. It was laughable. We had a Molly McCann tribute. You were trying to say MVP is a better striker than Prime Anderson Silva. That's embarrassing. All right, coming in at number 10 is William Chaity. Well done. Wouldn't we kick William Chaity out of the group? Pretty sure we kicked William Chaity out of the group last week, didn't we? I must talk to Bang Eats Chatter about this, but I'm pretty sure we kicked William Chaity out of the group. Doesn't matter. Coming in at number 9. Was that another $10? No, that was the original $10 from Good Noodle. I just saw $10 pop up. Yes, all right. Thank you. All right, coming in at number 9 is Lord Herbert Burns. Well done, Lord Herbert Burns at 65.72%. Good work, Lord Herbert Burns. Coming in at number 8 is Jim is predicting at 66.25%. Good work, Jim. Brother, we're not going to talk about how I said he was a better striker than Anderson Silva, brother. There was a brief time when Dougie was flying over the Middle East that was known as the queer of homo. Okay, thank you. Nacho has a very good memory. Nacho does have a very good memory, especially when it comes to talking shit on MMA YouTube. Nacho loves it. What the fuck? How did Chaity J's way back into the group? I don't know. I'm going to need to talk about this to Bang Eats Chowder. Like, if I delete someone from the group, he needs to run a code where they also get deleted from our website. But that's all right. We'll circle back around and have a look at who's at number 11. Coming in at number 7 is Nacho. Well done, Nacho. 66.36%. Good work, Nacho. Good work. Well done. Yo, Dougie, I have a Tapology account created to see the top percentage pick rate for the upcoming fights to use for betting. Yo, Dougie, do I have to have a Tapology account created to see the top percentage pick rate for upcoming fights to use for betting? Do you mean to see who's the best picker so you can tail them? Is that what you're asking, Trip? If you want to be in this crew, you need to have a Tapology account. If you're using it to just see who has the best picks, you don't need to have a Tapology account to see other people's profiles. You can just Google other people's profiles. Who was at number 11 so we know who would be there instead of chat? I'll circle back. I will circle back. Otherwise, I'll reveal the whole top 10 and the whole point will be ruined. Coming in at number 6 is Owen MMA. Owen's new around here, but well done. Owen coming in at number 6 at 66.7. He's holding. I believe he's now at 6 cards in a row, and he's holding his 66.7 average. Coming in at number 5 is Bilal. What a dip. I said, wow, what a dip. There was a point where it looked like Bilal was rocketing to number 1. Now he's pulled back. Now he's at number 5. He's settling out. Coming in at number 4 is myself, me. I dropped down from number 3, but that's all right. I don't mind. I don't mind at all. 68.45% on MMA YouTube. I'll absolutely take that. That puts me just inside of the top 15 of all of the MMA YouTube content creators. So I'm very happy with the 68.45, especially since picks are not my strong suit. Coming in at number 3 is Walter, sir. Well done, Walter, sir. At 68.70%. That's insane. That's insane numbers, sir. Well done, sir. 68.70%. Really good work, man. And coming in at number 2 is Hoser Slim at a 68.9%, which means coming in as the best picker out of all of us right now is Gaz Ninja at 69.2%. Fucking well done, Gaz Ninja. What a storm. What a storm is Gaz Ninja. Really good shit, man. Michael Vasey is number 11, who is also never here. Well, who's number 12, Jock? The next best picker is actually here is Super Gamer. Oh, good work for Super Gamer Productions. Coming in at number 10 then. The Molly McCann Award is now for the legends, like she is in the UFC. The Molly McCann Award is now for... Yeah, it's a legendary award. If you win the Molly McCann Award, just a legendary award. Legendary award. Fucking another tribute for Molly McCann. Ali didn't do his picks and he dropped out as well. R.I.P. Bruce Lee and Ali. I know, imagine where they would have been. I might be all the way down at number 5 or something because they're usually ahead of me. Big ups for the Scottish with Super Gamer Productions. Well done to the Scottish. Who the fuck is Walter Sutter? I have seen him in here every now and then. There's a rating system for two-player sports called ELO. It's mainly used for chess, but someone plugged in the UFC fighters into its algorithm, and it's really interesting to see the rating. So what is it rating them off? It better not be rating them off their striking offense and defense, their takedown defense, their takedown offense. It better not be using my fighter matrix. The minimum percentage to get in is getting bloody ridiculous. Yeah, it is. You've got to be 65% and higher. Really, you want to be aiming for 66% and higher to get into the top 10. We're too good at picking fights on our channel. Not for Super Gamer, for Gaz Ninja. Oh, for Gaz Ninja, my bad. For Gaz Ninja. Well done to Gaz Ninja, the Scotsman winning at number 1. Geez, I wonder why the UFC doesn't give MVP fights. Give him psychos like Euros Medic or Shavkat for his next fight. I agree, Gizmo, and welcome to the channel, Gizmo. I've never seen you here before. Hopefully you're one of the new subscribers. How you going, mate? Welcome to the channel. We're just going through our top 10 live picks. If you want to join the live picks community, just hit the Tapology link at the bottom. Make yourself a Tapology account, and you too can be making picks and ranking the Dougie's Corner crew for the top 10. What's up, Patrick? How are you, man? Good to see you. 65% is now the average. That's actually crazy. It is crazy. I've been stuck on 53% since I started my Tapology. I think I'm cooked. It's not easy, mate. Part of our percentages being so high is because the UFC is getting worse at matchmaking. That's true. Yeah, that's true. There seems to be a lot of blowouts. I'm only at 64.3%, but I'm over 76% for the past 6. Well, that's really good. Justin Kennedy, you're having a good 2026, aren't you? It's a bit difficult for me to understand, but if you win or lose points based on your opponent's rating, nothing to do with the strike stats or the takedown. So they rate each of them, and then the way that you fought the guy that you're rated against affects your rating, okay? Dougie, have you or chat played the new Resident Evil game? I've not played the new Resident Evil game. No, I haven't. The comeback is brewing. Slowly but surely for Jock. My percentage keeps going up and I'm still on 7. It don't sit well with me, mate. That don't sit well with me. I'm getting better and better, but so is everybody else, and that just don't sit well with me. All right, let's go back to the main page, Dougie's Corner Crew main page, and let's have a look. Let's dive a little bit deeper. All right, so William Chatey shouldn't be on it. Michael Vasey shouldn't be on it. So Super Gamer Predictions is on at 64.6%. Well done. Well done to Super Gamer Predictions. Over the last 5 events, the leaderboard over the last 5 events, Cheddarhead is actually doing the best. Cheddarhead, where are you at, Cheddarhead? Or have you bounced out of here? All good if you've bounced out, but fuck me, Cheddarhead, over the last 5 events, you are storming ahead with an 80% correct rating. That is why Cheddarhead is going to be climbing the rankings. Well done, Cheddarhead. You're fucking killing it over the last 5 events. Over the last 5 events, Kyle, JFK, and Install Driver really need to fucking pick it up. Really need to pick it up. Really need to pick it up. I started the year of horrible, but I've done well since February. Nice, Justin. Yeah, you're doing all right over the last 5 events. You're at 73%. Not bad. Not bad. Justin, I stole your name, but now I'm going to steal your picks, mate. I'm up 61% from 56%. That's not bad, dude. That is a good improvement, Jock. You've really locked in. Well done, Kenny Okoye in a cage. Yeah, your last 5 events, 66%. Not bad at all. Steal my picks so we can get Dougie out of the top 10. All right, we're not trying to get me out of the top 10. Just stop it. Now, the latest event. Who did the best? MMA Master, well done. You picked 12 events correctly. You got 780 points, which means you picked the most fights correct, MMA Master, out of the fights and also the method of victory. Good work, MMA Master. Also, good work to Deshaun. Good work as well, and good work to me, 11. So well done to everyone who got 11. J Vanilla, Super Gamer, Mr. C, Owen, myself, and Deshaun. Good work to all of us for getting 11 out of 13, and especially MMA Master for getting 12 out of 13. My picks last week hurt my numbers. Oh, we're going to go all the way down to the bottom of this. I'm shit at remembering to do my picks. You must do it, Install Driver. It's for the banter. If Dougie didn't switch up on his boy Patterson, I would have finally done better than him. Thank God I switched up on my boy Patterson. Thank God there was a rare and almost never seen. It's like Haley's Comet, a Dougie switch up. It's such a rare sight. And when you see it, you go, oh my God. Dougie is usually the most loyal out of anyone when it comes to making picks. I can't believe he's gone and changed his pick. So, lucky. Like a dumb decision, that was at least a draw. We are going to jump to the first 2 rounds and have a look at them in depth soon. Owen, how are you, man? And who did the worst? And I picked Evloev. Yeah, I picked Evloev as well. And I think that was a draw. Who did the worst out of last week's card? Hoser, MMA Unk, the one that's here all the time, the Molly McCann Award. I don't know who Goosetronics is. Hoser's not in here that often. Unk MMA isn't in here that often. Robbie isn't in here Robbie's in here every now and then. But I do think the one who's in here the most that did the worst picks, the Molly McCann Award does have to go to Bilal. Bilal was on such a good run, but I do think I either have to, you know what? I think it's a joint MMA. I think it's a joint Molly McCann Award to Bilal and MMA Robbie. MMA Robbie is in a lot of the comment sections. He's not really a viewer of the live streams. He's more a viewer of the videos. So it's a joint Molly McCann Award at 115 points when it comes to method of victory and actual wins on the chalkboard. It's a shared award between Robbie and Bilal. There he is! What is up, my Molly McCann? How are you, dude? Good to see you. Bilal is one of the regulars. Unfortunately, you and Robbie are sharing the Molly McCann Award this week. Just terrible. Shame for shame. There will be multiple tribute videos about you and Robbie going forward in the future. Get to fucking Macca's. Never watch another card again. Never even think about picking another card again. I'm just kidding. but Jesus Christ. That was a holocaust of a fight card for you guys. Anyone who thought about the MVP Patterson fight for more than 5 minutes and still picked Patterson, Eric level. That's pretty fucking bad, Nacho. Bilal getting the prestigious Molly McCann Award. Congratulations to Bilal. It's a well-deserved and well-needed award. I'm sick of Molly McCann. Where is Molly McClan? All right, I'm in Victoria, please. Stop. Okay? I sent you guys another arrest for hate speech in the Discord yesterday. Please stop doing this to me, chat. I don't want to go to prison. RIP, Bilal. You will be missed. We will miss you. We will miss you up in the top 5, Bilal. Why can't a training fighter fight hard in the cage? It's business and money when there's business and money involved. I know! It's annoying, MMA Master. Like, fucking kill each other. Just shake hands and then kill each other. The Delidze picked was so cooked. I can't believe Bilal picked Delidze. Dude, imagine. This is so much fun. Dude, imagine picking Delidze. Dude, imagine. Should we switch it to the Antonio Tricali Award? I don't know. I like it being the Molly McCann Award. I like that. I think it's funny how much the UFC glaze Molly McCann for some reason, and we all just know that she is utter dog shit. I like that. I like the Molly McCann Award. Picking Delidze is crazy work. Dude, imagine picking Delidze. I'm still in the top 5. I think you are still in the top 5. Yeah, it wasn't that bad, Nacho, that you dropped out of the top. Bilal, that you dropped out. Yeah, Bilal, you're still in the top 5. By 3%. By 0.3%, Bilal. By 0.3%. Brother. Look at how good you were doing, Bilal. Oh, you can't see. Where is it? Look how good you were doing. 85.71% down to 61.45. Oh, Bilal. I also picked a Lindsay. My craftiness got to me. I warned you people. I begged you. I knew what was happening as we were doing the picks this week. You were all saying the craziest shit in the live stream and in the Discord. I begged you people. I said, guys, stick to the favorites, 1 or 2 crafty picks per card. And I saw people making 4 or 5 crafty picks per card. I'm like, what are you guys doing? And then you're all like, crafty. You guys just started spamming the word crafty. I was like, stop, guys, stop. What are you doing to yourselves? And this is the wasteland that we now walk in. Bilal is walking around with the Molly McCann Award. This is what happens when you get too crafty with it. People were actually saying Ilya was ducking Mobzar. No one's ducking Mobzar. He's good, but he's not unstoppable. Roman Dolidze has the best run and fall down technique. Yeah, you touch him and he just falls over. It's so bizarre. It's very strange. A lot of people in the top 10 did bad this card. Hoser, Bilal, and Gaz Ninja. Yeah. They tried to get too crafty. You get too high up in the rankings and you go, no, I'll be right. I'm living off my own Kool-Aid. I'll lock back in next week. Hey, next week's a fresh week. The real question is Israel Adesanya or Joe Pyfer? I know who I'm picking, by the way. I know who I'm picking. I might save it for Friday, but I know who I'm picking in the main event. Nathaniel Wood was the craftiest pick of the card. That or Danny Silva. Craftiest pick of the card? Yeah, Nathaniel Wood. Yeah, Nathaniel Wood. I got a little too crafty, but it didn't make my comeback without taking risks. It's all part of the game. Sometimes you're the hammer, but sometimes you're the nail. I love how well Bilal is taking it. I love that. Look, no excuses. It was the picks night tonight. Sometimes you're the hammer, sometimes you're the nail. Training camp went great. Tape study went great. I had a good night's sleep before the Friday picks. It just wasn't my night. I love how Bilal's taking it on the chin, man. I get quite a few underdog picks, right? I like having a good few crafty picks. I like 2. I don't like any more than 2. Who is the bigger guard merchant, Craig or Dolidze? Oh, Dolidze. At least Craig was getting his Hail Mary heel hooks. Dolidze was just like grabbing an ankle and everyone was just like, dude, you're nowhere near that. You're not even near starting this submission. You're just holding onto his ankle. It's just stop, mate. Just stop, please. Glad I've been making a Tapology comeback. I was 5-12. Ooh, yeah, it is that you're making a comeback. Dougie's picking Piper, I just know it. I'll let you know who I'm picking on Friday. I believe that we were I believe you guys were craft maxing. How are you, UFC Sabbath? That's a tough pick. Piper has a crafty jab. Here we go again. We're instantly done with the top 10 and already it's starting. Picking Patterson shall be added to the Mount Rushmore of bad picks alongside Wes Schultz and Daniel Freeman. Yes, it will. I picked... Dude, I was so close to picking fucking Patterson. I was so close. Oh my god, I was way too close. Jesus Christ, I dodged a bullet. I can hear Sam Patterson whizzing past my ear. Fucking hell. I picked Danny Silva and Wood. Crafty picks, Justin Kennedy. My first card, I picked 3 out of 12 and it completely fucked me. That is a horrible start for your stats. I'm just going to say this. After this weekend, you'll be saying, y'all must have forgot. Yeah, Nacho's coming. Bilal's coming back. This isn't the end for me, boys. This isn't the end. I'll be back and I'll say, y'all must have forgot. Thoughts on Mick Parkin? I literally never think about Mick Parkin. Sometimes you pick and sometimes you get picked. I love this so much. I picked Danny Silva because he's from my area. Yeah, I get that. But, even I screwed myself up. Like, I didn't want to pick Uros Medic because I thought I was being a bit too biased. At the end, I should have picked Uros Medic. But I tried to use that opposite against me. Like, I'm not going to pick Uros just because he's Serbian. I should have picked Uros just because he was Serbian. Troop says, I was thinking about picking Piper, but I forgot how simple he is. Just a straight, he has terrible leg kick defense. I can see Adesanya annoy his ass making a stinker decision. Interesting take, Trip. Yeah, but then you got to worry about Joe Piper's power down the middle. If he knows how to cut off the cage and back Israel Adesanya up. Israel Adesanya could be chinny at this later stage of his career. My Discord name is Lock100, and I just changed it to the last Nacho Bender. Well, you know who Nacho's going with. We know who Nacho is going with. Broke like who? I don't know what you're saying, Crisp. Piper's jab is so crafted, it got out-jabbed by Hermanson. Yeah, but he's changed a lot since then. He's grown up. He's changed. He's become a craftier, jabbier Joe Piper. I picked Danny Silver in honor of the great Danny Barlow. If Danny... What is this on my microphone? What is that? Can you hear that, chat, as I caress you slowly? As I caress the end of you slowly, chat. Piper got outcrafted by Jack Hermanson. I'm not saying Izzy is going to win by 49-48, but Izzy is going to win by 49-48. Interesting take, Bilal. But what about Joe Piper marching him down? MVP versus Uros Medic is the real fight. No more strikers for MVP. Fuck him. Let's just watch him get wet blanketed out of the UFC. Dariush is my coach, and I also want to be in the top 10. Well, you might have to throw Beneil Dariush under the bus because he is 100% losing to Chris Duncan. I don't even know what the odds are going to be. Are there already odds on that fight? Surely the odds are odds tracker. What are we going to do? Beneil Dariush, Chris Duncan odds. Beneil Dariush, Chris Duncan odds. Let's see if we can find some odds already. Beneil Dariush. No, I don't think the Renato Moicano, Chris Duncan odds. No, I don't think the odds have come out yet. Chris Duncan odds history, missing Beneil Dariush. Yeah, I don't think the odds have come out yet. I'm going to be so interested to see what the betting line is. I bet he's fucked. I bet he's fucked. Oh, that fight doesn't exist. It's fucking wrong fight, of course. It's Moicano. Who's Beneil Dariush fighting? Beneil Dariush is fighting Quaylen Salkild. My bad, chat. Thank you for reminding me. Quaylen Salkild, Beneil Dariush odds. Quaylen Salkild, Beneil Dariush odds. That's the fight, guys. Thank you for reminding me. Here we go. Agent MMA. Here we go. What is this? What is agentmma.com? Jesus, I've never been to this site before. Powered by agentmma.com. Do we have odds? What is this site? This is an interesting site. Agent MMA. Does it have the odds anywhere? Am I blind? Can I not see the odds? This is a cool little site. This looks like custom made by one of the fans, right? Read AI Insight. Wow. But I don't see any odds. Fight odds. No, I guess they haven't released any odds yet. Let me jump back into the chat. Sorry for ignoring you guys. I was just interested. Piper got outcrafted. Dariush, my coach. Dougie defensive Piper is a dead giveaway. I'm just making an interesting joke. I'm not saying I'm picking Piper. I'm just making it interesting. I'm playing devil's advocate because there seems to be a lot of Izzy support in the chat. I'm just playing devil's advocate just to make the week a little bit more interesting. I know who I'm picking. I'm not even doing a bit here right now. I know 100% who I'm picking for the main event. I'm just going to play devil's advocate for both sides during the week, and then I'll drop my prediction on Friday. Fuck yes, Mr. C. Great call. The streets won't forget contender Izzy. They really won't. They really won't. Not watching. What is this site? Yeah, it's an interesting site. It's called agentmma.com. Really weird site. I just came across it just then looking for the odds. Looks like a fan-made site. I got to be blind. I probably am blind. Where am I up to? Trying to get back the old Joe's good book. Trying to get back in old Joe Piper's good books. Oh, no, absolutely not. I like the beef with me and Joe Piper. Dougie, big news for you. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. We don't talk about the microphone here. We do not talk about the microphone. Joe Piper was sitting in behind the camera with a... Yeah, Joe Piper's actually behind the fake wall. Say I'm going to win, Dougie. Yes, I screwed that one up. Dougie is scared of a serve losing to MVP. I'm not scared of it. I just don't want to reward MVP with any more strikers. Literally, fuck him. Dougie has got secondhand CTE. I am dumb. You got to be blind. I must be blind, right? Like, so the odds were here. Performance snapshot, core matrix. Am I blind? It's fight prediction, expert analysis, and fight breakdown, but I don't see odds anywhere. Storyline, finishing window. What is this? Key insights. No, there's no odds. I'm not blind. Stop gaslighting me, chat. I'm not blind. And then betting odds, not available. They haven't done the odds yet. I'm not blind. Check a gambling website. I'm on fightodds.com. Right there. Perth, Western Australia. Dariush, Salkilled. Betting odds, not available yet. Not available yet, chat. Not available yet. You're blind. I'm not blind. You're blind, chat. Stop fucking gaslighting me, dickheads. Piper has power, so did Alex, and Izzy beat him. But Izzy's gotten slower, you know what I mean? Izzy is fast and as crafty as he used to be. Piper just turned the body cam off behind the curtain. Keep saying I'm going to win, Dougie. Buddy, it's right there. No, stop. No. Check a gambling website. I was literally on a gambling website. Piper is so powerful, and Izzy's reactions have slowed, but Piper hasn't got the frame that Evloev has. Piper is a lot smaller with a lot less reach. That's why he needs to close the void, Jock, and back Israel Adesanya up against the cage. JDM, Medic, Prates would all be great fights for MVP because they would push forward and force the action, but then he'd just circle around and dance around on the outside. Odds tab, Dougie's Cataracts. It's right there. Best odds, not available. Odds. This is next week's card. Fight card. They're not there yet, chat. They're not there yet, chat. There's no odds yet. There are no odds yet. Stop it, chat. Stop being dickheads. Stop it. Bad chat. Bad. Bad chat. Stop trying to gaslight me, chat. You're a bad chat. Bad. Chat GPT it? No. Kelvin almost beat Izzy. Kevin Gastelum almost beat Izzy and did right against Joe Piper. Yeah, I know. But Kelvin Gastelum, he's a crafty boxer. You know, you got to watch that Kelvin Gastelum inside boxing. He's got that inside pocket boxing. And you know how that goes. Closing the void against one of the best kickboxers we've ever seen. Who needs to close the distance? Couldn't do it against... closing the void against one of the best kickboxers we've ever seen. The Who needs to close the distance. Couldn't do it against the Germans, against the German Jack Hermanson. I know, but he's learnt now. And look how well he closed the void against the great Kelvin Gastelum. Don't get me started on my Kelvin Gastelum bit, all right? I know for a fact that I can glaze Kelvin Gastelum for half an hour. I've done it before. During the Steve Urseg 3-hour video, I went on a half an hour tangent talking about how good Kelvin Gastelum was. Don't make me do it again, because I remember every minute of that goddamn video as I was struggling to think about what I was going to say in the very next sentence. That's the video that taught me I knew how to pad a runtime better than anyone else. Chael Sonnen can't pad a runtime as good as I can pad a runtime. Literally yapped for 3.5 hours. And don't fucking make me do it again about Kelvin Gastelum. I swear to God I'll do it, chat. It's not available, or you're just not available. Prates versus Medic after Jack leaves. Carlos slumped over. Prates versus Uros Medic after Jack leaves. Yes. Oh my God, Prates versus Medic is a hell of a fight. Yeah, I forgot about that video. It was a good video, wasn't it? All right, let us now transition. Let us now transition over to looking at the first 2 rounds of the fight. And see who actually won that fight. Who actually won the fight between Lerone Murphy and Movsar Evloev? Now, I think the only thing that really is in question is, of course, the first 2 rounds. So the first 2 rounds are the only things that we're going to look at. I think everything else is pretty self-explanatory. I don't think the 3rd round is that crazy to say that Movsar Evloev won the 3rd round. And then, of course, any moments of note, I'll bring them up here on the big screen as well, paused. So I'll let the video just flow freely down in the bottom corner of the main screen. And then when we see the real big shots that we want to talk about, I'll pause the video so we don't get copyright struck by the UFC, and we can look at them a little bit more in depth. But I think we'll just start off by just seeing the first 2 rounds. And once we see who won the first 2 rounds, that really will give us an idea for the rest of the fight, I do believe. Okay, I want to mute it. And we want to jump to the end where the fights actually are. Where is my chat? Where is my chat? Score it out loud. I will be scoring it out loud. I'm going to do a little strike count. I'll be scoring it out loud. Yep. Where am I? I don't forget that video. We want a 3-hour Kelvin Gastelum video. You know what? Maybe when Kelvin Gastelum retires for fun, I might do a 3-hour Kelvin Gastelum tribute video. Maybe I will. I'm not saying definitely, but maybe when Kelvin Gastelum retires, we'll do a 3-hour Kelvin Gastelum tribute video. People forget how badly Gastelum slumped Bisping in his first fight right after being a world champ. That's right. Michael Bisping was a world champion and Kelvin Gastelum ended him easily. Do it or you're gay. Why are you gay? Murphy didn't want to hurt Mobzar. Mobzar didn't want to hurt Murphy. If Piper can't land his Piper jab or his big 2, don't forget he kind of has a sus gas tank, or at least Evloev has a crafty combo setup. Piper is just basic, not gonna lie. Piper's very basic, but he's very powerful. Very powerful. Score it out loud, I will. I don't know, Bisping did, Murphy won, and worst case it was a draw. I don't know, Bisping did say Murphy won. Yeah, obviously Bisping says Murphy won. It's fucking Bisping, mate. Bisping is like the most biased commentator ever. Okay, so this is Aswell Jr. versus Luke Riley, lad. Movsar Evloev is about to do his walkout. Lerone Murphy is doing his walkout. 3:17, 3 more minutes, and we should have started the fight. All right, they touch gloves, chat. They touch gloves, chat. Here we go. They touch gloves. They return to their corners. Izzy will definitely show his age after the fight. I think so. I think he will be showing his age after the fight. They touch gloves. They return to the corners. It's going to be a very boring fight, just by the way, chat. I'm sure you all remember this. This was a very boring fight. Kind of makes it so hard to score. Round 1. 56 seconds on the clock. I think we're safe in the top corner. The Hendo KO of Bisping will always be the best. Yeah, that was absolutely brutal. The Hendo KO of Bisping. The H-bomb. 4 minutes 40 on the clock. Nothing happened so far. Literally not a single strike in the first 20 seconds. That's alright. Just range finding stuff. Nothing crazy. 30 seconds passes. Lerone Murphy lands a shot to the body. Lerone Murphy does land a shot to the body in the first 30 seconds. Lands a low kick as well, does Lerone Murphy. Movsar Evloev yet to land anything. And Moyev tries a jab, doesn't land. Misses completely. Leg exchange for both of them. They both kick each other in the legs. Jab down the middle from Murphy. Really nothing on it. Movsar Evloev. High kick. Nothing on it. Doesn't land. Murphy gets right out of the way. So far in the first minute of the first round, the only one that's actually landed any shots has been Lerone Murphy. Bisping has been on the wrong end of 2 of my favorite all-time KOs. I know. That's probably why his brain is so fucking rattled and he's so goddamn biased. Izzy will definitely show his age after that fight, the Hendy KO. I mean, Bisping is an official UFC commentator. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't hire him if he was biased. Very good, Chino. I like the MVP fight more than the main event. That says a lot because the MVP fight was bad. I swear the fight should have ended in a draw. That's what I think, Crisp. How shit is Aaron Pico? He was supposed to be a prodigy. He's pretty fucking shit, man. He got beaten up by a 19-year-old Asian man. Low kick from Murphy lands. Movsar yet to land anything of significance. Nice little combination there from Murphy that does land on the end of Movsar's nose. Movsar overhand. Misses. Finally, Movsar's first combination lands. Rip to the body. Overhand misses. Overhand from Movsar, misses. Murphy, straight down the middle, lands. Overhand, misses. That was Patchy Mix, same thing. Same fighter. Literally the same fighter. Murphy, big kick, doesn't land. Combination through the center. Murphy straight lands. Movzar's uppercut misses. Look at this. 22-26 on the clock. Look at this. (22-26), another 10 seconds. So that uppercut doesn't land. Doesn't land at all. Big shot from fucking Evloev, but it doesn't land. The whole fight is very similar to this. Izzy is destined to fight Alex Pereira. He just looked bad against heavy hitters. Izzy is designed to fight Alex Pereira. I mean, Izzy's lost to him the majority of the times, man. I hate that I was there to witness all the hype about Pico when he was only 17. And now he is not a prodigy at all. What do the judges look for when scoring a fight? And what is the most important one? Impact towards finishing the fight, noob cake. The only reason Izzy lost to Evloev was because Evloev cheated with an eye poke and Izzy tried to immediately continue, and no one ever brings that up. That is true. Izzy was very hurt against Evloev with the eye poke, and Izzy just wanted to brush it off and keep moving forward. Strikes that change the fighters opposite the MVP. Not just it's not actually damage, it's impact towards finishing the fight. So that can be a strike or a submission attempt. How can you tell what has damaged the most? I'm sure it's pretty hard to see all that. It's not damage though. It doesn't say damage in the scoring criteria. It's impact towards finishing the fight. So if you hit someone and they get a fight can end via a cut. If you hit someone and they get wobbled and hit the deck, like if they have a flash knockdown, they could have been knocked out. That's impact towards finishing the fight. If there is a submission attempt that is locked in, secured, the elbow is right under the neck, the joint is completely manipulated and hyperextending, this is a submission that has impact towards finishing the fight. This is the biggest scoring criteria in judging MMA. Big kick and a miss from Movzar Evloev. Like massive kick and a miss. Movzar has literally landed one uppercut so far. Miss again from Movzar Evloev. 3 minutes on the clock. Low kick from Leroy Murphy lands. Big exchange from both of them. High kick from Murphy. Nothing on it. Movzar's hand is up. Big overhand from Movzar. Murphy clinches into it. No damage at all on it. More feints from both of them. 2:30 on the clock. Feints, feints, feints. Kick to the body from Movzar. Lands clean. That's Movzar's second and only clean strike of the entire first round so far. Whiffing kick from Lerone. Doesn't land. Kick from Movzar. Lands on the elbow. Lands on the elbow of Leroy Murphy. Doesn't land to the body clean. Leroy Murphy with a left hook lands on Movzar. Low kick from Movzar. Murphy slides out of the way. Jab from Murphy. Movzar slides out of the way. Jab from Murphy. Movzar slides out of the way. Jab again from Murphy. Movzar slides out of the way. Very low-paced fight. Movzar with a big overhand. Murphy ducks. Doesn't land clean. Here. Look. Movzar with this big overhand that he's loading up. Murphy sees it, ducks into it. Doesn't land clean at all. That shot doesn't land. Murphy returns with a big overhand. Doesn't land clean at all. Let me read some chats. My prediction is Piper by KO, and I'm not going to think about this fight any further because it's going to lead me into a road of icy skates. It's one of those fights, man, where you could think about it again and again and again, Cayman. It's one of those fights. Cayman, I thought you were an Izzy fan. Yes, noob, that's how Dougie beat me in my hotel. Oh, right. I was never an Izzy fan. I've said many times, the shorter, stockier fan. I'm a girth propagandist. Yes, you're an MMA Che enjoyer, a girth propagandist. But regardless of who I'm a fan of, I try not to pick. Yeah, I just try and pick on who I think wins. That's what I try and do when it comes to me actually clicking the name on the Tapology. Cayman, I'm the same. Lauren Murphy still with the best strikes of round 1. Exchange in the middle, none of them land. Messy exchange, none of them land. Hook from Murphy, doesn't land. Movzar slides out of the way. Kick up the middle from Murphy, only the toes hit the chest of Movzar Evloev. Low kick from Murphy, Movzar slides out of the way. Exchange, both land on each other's shoulders, upper shoulders. Movzar feinting his way in, kick lands on Murphy's elbow. Messy exchange, none of them land in that one. Murphy actually catches him at the end there. 3:24.34 on the clock. 3:24.34 on the clock. Here we go. Messy exchange. Both of them swing at the same time. Murphy is the one that lands right there with the left over the top. Murphy actually lands it as he rolls over the top, and they break again. Big overhands from both of them. Neither of them land. 1 minute left on the clock. Low kick from Murphy lands hard. One of the better strikes of the round. 3:24.46. One of the hardest strikes of the round. Solid low kick from Leroy Murphy. 1-2 from Leroy Murphy. Lands on the forearms and the shoulders of Movzar Evloev. 55 seconds left on the clock. Movzar stalking him. Big overhand again. Doesn't land. 3:24.55. 3:24, 51, 52, 53. Movzar stalking in. Big overhand. Murphy sees it. Gets the hands up. Covers. There, that little short hook. Fucking Murphy's wide out of the way. Movzar doesn't land on him. Like, literally doesn't land on him. Movzar's landed, what did I count? 2 or 3 strikes from Movzar Evloev so far. 51 seconds left on the clock. Let me read some shit. Izzy will craft max on Piper. I'm ready to see what Izzy can do with Piper. I feels like the Sean loss was a fluke. The DDP fight, he was winning until the sub. And the MMA fight was just dumb fight IQ. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting fight to see, like, is old Izzy going to show up, right? Dougie, you forgot to put on the fight clock. Shut up, Chino. 50 seconds left on the clock. Oh, Murphy catches him with a jab. Murphy stings him with a little jab there. I missed that one. 3:24.59. 3:24.55. 56. 57. Here we go. Murphy stings him with a little jab here. Bang. Murphy stings him with a little jab. 45 seconds left on the clock. Tape to the body from Murphy lands. 39 on the clock. Kick to the body from Movzar lands. Low kick from Movzar misses. Scorecards show, not scorecards. Strike stats show. Evloev 9 strikes, Murphy 14 significant strikes. I'll read some chats and we'll finish the last 23 seconds. I give Movzar rounds 3, 4, and 5. Rounds 1 and 2, I was just pissed that Movzar was literally handicapped from the wrestling. Yeah, it is obvious the UFC told him, have a fun fight. It's tough to score the Murphy fight style live, consistently backing up and throwing pop shots while the other guy's coming forward. And that's why I think the judges got it wrong, Mr. C. Because, yeah, it's Movzar walking forward the entire time, whiffing at Murphy, Murphy sliding out of the way and then hitting him with one shot. Wow, Dougie, you're breaking the fight down. That's what I said I'd do, mate. That's what I said I would do. I said we were going to go through it strike by strike. I reported the stream for showing the fight. I'll unreport you if you show the main event next week. Well, I guess I'm reported then. Let's continue on. 20 seconds left on the clock. Jab, jab from Murphy. Low kick from Murphy. Lands very nicely. Another hard low kick from Murphy lands again. Body kick from Murphy. Movzar catches it. Overhand from Murphy, completely misses. Mobzar, spinning back fist, completely misses. Body kick from Murphy, completely misses. Round 1, done. Round 1, done. How would you score round 1, chat? Who won round 1? And Mobzar versus Murphy scorecards. Two judges gave that round to Mobzar Evloev, just by the way. Two judges gave that round to Mobzar Evloev. Oh shit, you can't see it. Because I've got it set up for the fight. Two judges gave that to Mobzar Evloev. Fucking insanity, man. Insanity. Anyway. We will jump over here and go back to the fight. We'll watch round 2. Mobzar could have had more fun fight, ironically, because Murphy would have been so gassed in the later rounds. It's possible Mobzar could have gotten a finish if he had done some wrestling. I know, Cayman. I know. How was that round supposed to be exciting? I don't know. This is why I zoned out while I was watching it. Mobzar could have wrestled and probably subbed him with the win. Yeah, if he had just gotten the submission, that would have been exciting. This fight was literally that gladiator scene where the Roman Emperor poisoned the main character before going in against him in the Colosseum match. Poisoned him with telling him how to fight. These past few months have been so peaceful for me because Merab isn't champ. Well, at least you're happy that Merab isn't the champ. This poll showed up in my chat and I fucked up my last comment. I sent it without pressing it. That's alright. I figured out what you were saying, Mitch. Let's move on to the second round. Pretty obvious that the judges fucked that up. Like, insanely obvious that the judges fucked that up. Round 2. Can Mobzar Evloev win round 2? You got Adesanya? I'm going to be announcing it live on Friday's pick stream. I'm going to make arguments for both of them all week long, and then I'm going to be announcing it live on Friday's pick stream. I know who I'm going to be picking, though. Round 2. 10 seconds in, no one throws anything. You got Izzy. Nice one, Mitch. You never know, though. Joe Pfeiffer. He can march Izzy down. He's got the power to march forward. Kick to the body from Mobzar Evloev. Doesn't land. Whiffs it. Low kick from Lemaro Murphy doesn't land. Mobzar moves backwards. Both of them very jittery. Jab from Lemaro Murphy doesn't really land. Nothing on it. Overhand from Mobzar. 327.31. Doesn't look like it lands. Here it is. Doesn't look like it lands at all. Here it comes. That looks like Lerone gets right out of the way. He doesn't even feel it. Lerone resets. Throws the right. Murphy jumps on. Evloev jumps underneath it. Evloev stings him with a 1-2. This is Evloev's best shot of the first 2 rounds. This 1-2. 327.38. This is Mobzar Evloev's best shot so far in the first 7 minutes of the fight. Bang, bang. That's it. Kind of catch Lemaro Murphy on the chin. No power on it. Looked like a fucking sparring session. Clear Murphy round 1. Sorry, I'm lurking while working. You're all good, dude. You're all good. I don't mind breaking it down. I mean, if you can't win or have an entertaining fight in both grappling and stand-up, then should you really be the champion? No, that's why I think Alexander Volkanovski is going to fucking destroy him, man. Aljo's not salty. He's just retarded. Dude, Aljo is like... What was Aljo saying the other day? Oh, Aljo was saying Tom Aspinall quit and is faking the eye poke. Aljamain Sterling. The guy who did this when he got kneed in the head. Oh. Sure, Aljo. Murphy dances around the outside, resets after Mozart's first sting. That kick landed on Murphy's elbow, didn't land on the body. Murphy with a tape up the middle, doesn't land. Big overhand from Mobzar. That one did land, actually. To be fair, that one did land from Mobzar. That overhand caught Murphy right on the forehead. Murphy cracks him. 327.53. Murphy cracks him with an overhand right. Bang. Right there. Gets through Mobzar's guard. Damn, they shadow banned my previous comment. I said he's getting backlash because of his Twitter comments on Mobzar. He's been getting backlash ever since he started opening his mouth about Tom Aspinall. Algo gave himself a new nickname, the Night King. Get the fuck out of here. The Night King? Oh my god. At least he's trying to sell himself. Good for him. Knee up the middle from Murphy to keep Mobzar away. Nothing lands. Mobzar just lightly trying to range find his way into distance. Nothing from either of them. Murphy with a jab hook, but it lands on the shoulder of Mobzar Evloev. They're just playing with each other, feinting. Mobzar trying to step in. Murphy with a little jab, catches the kick, trips Mobzar. Dunks him, catches him, dunks him. Mobzar with a little low kick. Murphy slides his leg out of the way. Murphy with a nice teep, lands clean on Mobzar's chest. Nice low kick from Murphy, lands again. Body kick from Murphy, this one lands. Mobzar reacts to it. Mobzar fucking, you can feel him react to it. 328.42. Here it comes. Bang! You see Mobzar's hand drops right down the moment the kick connects. You can tell that one stung him. All Aljo does is complain every time he hears anything about him as he is negative. Bro needs to go missing like Vitor's... You leave Vitor's sister out of this, mate. I remember Aljo was like, he felt he's been beaten and gotten revenge on O'Malley watching Marab beat him. Like, no, dude, Marab beat him. You're a cuck bitch. You're a bitch. This week's headline reads, 2 decision merchants go to a close decision and people complain about the decision. This week's MMA headline, 2 fucking decision guys go to a boring decision. No one knows who won the decision. That's fucking gold, mate. Sorry. Murphy actually hurts him to the body. Mobzar with a nice jab, but Murphy catches him with a counter. They both win that exchange. Mobzar with a nice overhand that lands on Murphy's forehead. Nice stiff jab from Murphy, straight down the middle. Mobzar misses both. Misses a swing, goes for a reverse back fist, misses both of them. Murphy keeping Mobzar back with the jab. None of them lands. Just keeping him back. Just putting the jab out there. Keeping him honest. Kick up the middle from Murphy. Doesn't land. Just keeps Mobzar at his range. Ooh, crack over the top from Lerone Murphy. 19 on the clock. Crack over the top from Murphy here. Mobzar tries to return it. Is everyone excited to pick and watch Michael Chiesa? Well, there's going to be another... Wait, are we going to do a Michael Chiesa fighter matrix this week, chat? These were such exciting fights, but has anyone seen Wing C get KO'd again? He really needs to get serious. Yes, Wing C got kicked in the head and KO'd again, the poor bastard. Not gonna lie, how the fuck does Charles have fans? Still literally nothing interesting about it. Oh, right, stop just hating on Charles Oliveira. I was like Dana White and walked out pre-fights. Why did Mobzar lose a point? Because of a kick to the balls in the 4th round. Low kick from Murphy lands. Proper low kick. Mobzar doesn't check it. Kick to the body from Murphy, lands on the chest. Not too much on it. Mobzar with the overhand, Murphy ducks underneath it. Murphy pushing him back with the right, sorry. High kick from Murphy, doesn't land, nothing on it. They both low kick at the same time. Jab from Murphy lands, pops Mobzar's head back. Combination from Murphy. The end of it lands. Final strike on the combination lands. Mobzar shakes himself out trying to reset. Mobzar with the inside doesn't land. The overhand does. I'll take low-level BKFC over this. This is what I've been saying, chat. Charles is only the most subs and the most bonus awards of any fight ever. I know. I'm like, come on, man. I know you hate Charles with the last fight, but come on, man. Come on, man. 2 minutes left on the clock. Movzar goes for the body kick. Murphy blocks it. Movzar goes for the spinning high kick. Murphy blocks it. Movzar gets the overhand blocked, but gets the uppercut through. 330. Here. Uppercut gets blocked. Overhand gets blocked. Uppercut does get through. Dancing their way in, both of them. Just feinting jabs. 125 left on the clock. Murphy feints an uppercut up the middle. Kick up the middle. Lands in Movzar's guts. Movzar with the high kick. Murphy blocks it. Spinning back fist. Murphy blocks it. Punch to the body from Murphy. Lands. Movzar tries to jab his way in. Murphy slides out of the way. Spinning back fist again from Movzar. Murphy right out of the way. Body kick from Movzar lands good. That was a good body kick from Movzar. Round 2 is a lot closer. Round 2 is a lot closer. $50 seconds left. I'll read some chats. This is the only way you can rewatch the fight, isn't it? Yeah, I can bring up a couple of seconds at a time, but yeah, this is it, yeah. Movzar wants a title shot. Why is he fighting like a Brit? Yes. Like a Brit. Oh, Murphy lands the uppercut. Murphy lands a kick to the body. Murphy lands a good punch to the body there. You can see Movzar react to it again. 23 on the clock. Here. Movzar, you can see Movzar's gone over the top again. Murphy's ducked underneath it. Murphy's going to pop up and rip him to the body. And then you'll see Movzar's hand drop. Bang! Right on the body. Movzar's elbow drops down as he feels it. Combination from Murphy. Murphy catches him with the last shot of the combination. Low kick from Murphy. Wobbles Movzar. 27 seconds on the clock. Bang. Wobbles Movzar as the low kick. If you think about it, Charles completely controlling Max for 5 rounds and outstriking him in every exchange is a better victory than Ilya losing the first to Max before finding a fluke KO. None of Ilya's KOs are fluke KOs. And yes, Charles won very cleanly every single round, but Ilya stood toe-to-toe with the best striker and slept him. Who won the first round? I believe that Lerone Murphy won the first round. The judges gave it to Movzar Evloev. Forcing 3 judges to watch this for 25 minutes straight is unfair working conditions. What round did... It's their fucking job, mate. They need to lock in. What round did Movzar cut Lerone Murphy? End of the 3rd round. I'd rather have Joe Rogan fired as a commentator than Bisping. No joke, Rogan is actually insufferable. Oh... Yeah, Rogan is a waste of airspace. Just replace Rogan with Laura Sanko or Paul Felder. Low kick from Movzar, nothing really on it. 30 seconds left. Jab from Lerone Murphy lands. Body combination from Lerone Murphy lands. 20 seconds left on the clock. Lerone Murphy's land. So far, Movzar Evloev has winced twice at both of Lerone Murphy's body shots and been wobbled from one of the leg kicks. Movzar has landed 2 good overhands on the forehead of Lerone Murphy, which Lerone Murphy didn't react to at all. Ten seconds left. Movzar charges in the last 10 seconds. Lerone Murphy keeps him back with a messy combination. Overhand from Movzar Evloev. Murphy has his hands up, ready for it. Here comes that big overhand from Movzar Evloev. Murphy sees it coming, raises both of his hands and blocks it. Bang, lands right on the guard. End of the round. End of the round. That's it. 2 rounds to Lerone. The fight is a draw. The fight's a draw. No argument. You just watched the first 2 rounds. Literally paused it strike by strike. It's as simple as that. The fight is a fucking draw. The fight's a draw. It's as simple as that. Lerone Murphy wins rounds 1 and 2. I zoned out completely while I was watching it live. You see Movsar Evloev walking forward, so it looks like Movsar Evloev is winning the fight. But when you actually lock in and look at the strikes that actually wobble the opponent are the strikes from Lerone Murphy to Movsar Evloev. Bisping loves himself. Bisping does love himself. That is true, man. That is very, very true, brother. Very true. Imagine having the most subs in the UFC, not being able to finish the most punched on the UFC of all time. That is a pure strike. Imagine having the most subs in the UFC and not being able to finish the most punched on the UFC of all time. That is a pure striker. I mean, he's got very good submission defense. One doesn't cancel out the other. Laura Sanko showing some tits is the best. Dude, when she's in her little suit. At least Bisping got that funny British accent. True, Rogan's just annoying. It's unbelievable. You know, steel cups, they're good for a fulcrum. Sanko and Bisping flirt. It is funny to listen to. That is funny to listen to when they're having a flirt. Once Volk retires, they should give him a seat at the commentator's desk, even if it's just on the Aussie cuts. They probably will, because they're integrating Robert Whittaker onto the post-fight shows during the Australian cards. So they'll probably do the same thing with Alexander Volkanovski. Lerone Murphy is literally the GOAT opponent of no takedown threat. Lerone Murphy is literally the GOAT if the opponent has no takedown threat. No. There was no power on his shots. It was a sparring match at best. No, he's not literally the GOAT. No. They need someone to fight Volk. Couldn't be Silva because he lost, but he might be next. They might still give it to Silva. The way that Dana White was talking about it at the post-fight press conference was very like, so Movsar Evloev's definitely next year, and Dana was like, you'll know when we let you know. So there's a real chance they still don't give it to Movsar Evloev. Like, they might just be like, fuck it, what are you going to do about it? We need Tito Ortiz and Curtis Blades' commentary team. No, we don't. That would be like me commentating fights. Just calling the wrong shots, getting the fighter's name wrong, not even knowing what fucking color shorts they're wearing. You already have me commentating fights. You do not need Tito to do that. I understand the fight was a draw, but Movsar won the fight. If you were scoring it like it was a one championship fight, Movsar would have won. If you were scoring it the way the UFC scores it, which is round by round scoring, the fight's a draw. So I agree with you, Bilal. If it was like playground rules, Movsar won. If it was one championship rules, Movsar won. But it's UFC rules. It's round by round scoring. Lerone Murphy did win the first 2 rounds on impact. It just didn't visually look that way because of how Movsar Evloev was marching forward. And then he won every round after that. Round 4 was a draw. So rounds 3 and 5 are a draw. Rounds 1 and 2 are Lerone Murphy's. Round 4 is a draw. The fight is a draw. The fight was wrongly scored last night. I remember Dumbass Khalil called out Yuri for an immediate rematch. Bro is getting slept the next fight. I mean, it's Khalil. You know what I mean? You got to shoot your shot. Anyway, that's it, guys. Appreciate you all so much for being here. Good stream. Solid stream. I said, wow, what a stream. Amazing stream. Important stream. Good stream. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you guys. Well done to everyone in the top 10. Well done to everyone that did the best picks on last week's card. There'll be a video tomorrow, obviously, and we'll have another live stream tomorrow. It's still a little bit early, so I'm going to have a shower because I'm covered in plaster. And then I'll probably jump back onto the Hilltop Gaming for like another 1 hour stream over on the Hilltop Gaming channel. So if you want to hear me keep yapping, keep an eye on the Hilltop Gaming channel. We might do 5 Nights at Freddy's. We might just do some RimWorld. We might do some Fallout New Vegas. Might just have a bit of a chilled gaming stream this Arvo. Lerone sustained a bad hip injury in round 4, which definitely affected him. Definitely affected him. He definitely lost rounds 3, 4, and 5, without a doubt. Best pick of this week was... Best pick of this week was was MMA Master. Well done to MMA Master. Best picker of the week. Shout out to MMA Master. See you guys later. Take care. Take care, guys. Thank you for being here. I wonder if the judges got it a draw, but decided, you know what, Movsar deserve it long time ago. Let's not ruin it. They could have just done that. They could have just been like, fuck it. Just give him everyone give us your round 1 scorecards. We're scribbling it out and doing it again. You can definitely rim my world. Disgusting. I'll see you guys a bit later on the gaming channel. Have a good night. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another MMA related video and more MMA stuff tomorrow. Peace, guys. Have a good night. Goodbye.